Oh!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Whoa. It looks like Jules's work board. It looks like it looks like when Jules scrolled out on his board and there's just everything everywhere and I have no idea where anything is. Oh, no, 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 no! I didn't see the hole. Oh. What? 510? 509? What is this place? Are we alone? We're finally alone? Oh, wait. This is behind the scenes of the test areas and Aperture Labs. It does. 427. Thank you, Navi. Okay, so we weren't supposed to go this way? Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
I wasn't done!
I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
No, I don't.
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Oh, that's vaguely threatening.
Wait.
Oh. Beat the narrator to a pulp for denying your agency. Yes! Fuck! I'm back in the fucking building!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I know what I want to do this time. We're going this time. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Really? I am easily enticed by new content. Hello? I'm easily enticed. You could really just give me candy.
New content?
And all...
What does that mean? New content?
I want to go this way. Damn it. Okay. You're touring a facility in a short skirt and a long jacket. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game
okay, no.
in 2013.
No, I don't like that. I'm trapped in a cage.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like cages.
Step inside.
I don't like cages.
Thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Are you still mad about the last playthrough?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content! What?
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh? I can jump now? Oh my god. What? I'm out of jumps? It won't let me jump again. No, seriously, we disabled it? Oh. No, that's so fucked up. I thought in the circle you jump and then you would, I thought something. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
That's bullshit.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just
99 cents for 5 more jumps. Yes.
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
20
Ultra
hours
Deluxe,
of content right there.
1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
So... What?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion
I
to
want to
market
jump
for
again.
no reason other than to make an easy
Subscribe to
dollar.
our
And don't
annual
get me
jump pass
started
for
on
more
the level of
benefits.
craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance
Wait,
department
really?
signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh. I mean, I knew... Wait. Wait, wait, narrator. Wait, this is different. This is very different. I missed the hallway.
Stanley,
What?
come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Who's there? Narrator, is that you? Coffee nut? Hold on. No, hold on. Narrator, I know we're... Oh, I see.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork. Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Oh. Now's your chance. Switch the signs in front of the men and women's bathrooms. Okay, what's the cool surprise? You called me a dork.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past.
Hey!
And how much
No,
better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
What the fuck? You left some of the other assets in here. Yo!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
You know, this is why folks should... Okay, hold on. If I could, for just... You resemble that remark? Look, what? Why am I being attacked by my sprats right now? Why am I being attacked by my brunny and my sprats right now? What did I do? I'm not a dork. I was gonna get all sentimental and be like, oh, this is why people should make video games. They should make memory, you know, they should make games that mean something to them and make it beautiful and people will appreciate and love it.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013?
Look at that! Captain Dork! Stop! No!
Integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Look at that.
West.
'14 Independent Games Festival Audience Award. British Academy of Film and Television Arts, Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable Collector's Edition? Was this real? This looks kind of cool. Okay, these are just... Okay. The Memory Zone temp. The original remake. So they remade it. Oh my god, it's just pictures of the hallway. A trip down memory lane. Just $1. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Can you still play the demo? That would be cool. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Unachievable, it's impossible to get this achievement. It's been so long since Firefox looked like that screenshot. Seriously, don't play the game for 5 years? They were nominees. What is that? This is pretty though. Wow. Oh. The dollar is sometimes posted on the wall for the first transaction they ever gotten. Oh. Is that an Earth thing?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Just had Sarah
every
Google.
game
Okay,
ever
alright.
created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
Well,
it was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Oh,
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's
what?
just a husk now. A lifeless husk. with
Mr.
an
Krabs'
hour of new
millionth
elevator
dollar.
content.
Hello, Tech. Hello. Hope you're feeling better today. Huh. Memory zone maintenance. Person of the year? Stanley, I'm guessing, but... Oh, yo, interesting. Is this the hallways in this top corner here? Interesting.
Here's another moving passage, this time from
They literally just put the
GameSpot.com.
boxes for carpet
The Stanley
textures
Parable
and
is
source
both a richly
SDK.
stimulating commentary on the nature
Oh
of
my
choice
God.
in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
Okay,
It just needed to be left alone.
I need to be
spend the
left
rest of
alone.
time
Leave me
collecting
alone.
dust
Let me
in
push the
hallowed
fucking
hall
buttons.
of beloved video
Let
game
me out.
memories.
the end is never the end. The end is never the
These
end.
were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Whoa.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down
Why does this look
Surely
kind of
these
Left 4
reviews were
Dead?
glowing as well, weren't they?
What the fuck? Are we breaking the fourth wall? We are back from the work meeting. Yeah, we're breaking fourth wall. The Stanley Parable was also the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14. We're breaking all the walls.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Unfunny! Oh, there's a positive one. Oh, but you can't read it.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did.
Noodle
Maybe it
shaft.
wasn't. Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Oh.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second...
What?
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of
So it's
self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof.
120.
It's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or
Can I
at least
get outta
change
here?
some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the
You know,
smart thing
I
to
love
check
that
on
for
before I
you.
went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I
He's
have to
growing.
imagine
He's
that after
growing
seeing
as a
this exciting
person,
new
and I
technology
appreciate
at
that.
work,
I'm here for
surely
it.
whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible
Oh.
to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular
Oh.
user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh
That
my
last
god!
one
It was
well,
almost an
I
hour.
want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate,
Where'd the door
I
go?
do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated.
Okay, then let me
and
out.
we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah.
Where did the door go?
Where? Yeah.
Isn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort.
Okay, I'm gonna push it
window
again.
or something like that.
If you
Is
don't
there a
help me.
window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button.
Okay.
There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able
Okay,
to
I'm gonna hit the button again.
Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Where?
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you
I
keep
love
pressing
button.
it, I have no idea what will happen.
I love
have
button.
no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter
Gotta
how
get the
much
Kool-Aid
I
Man
plead
in
with you,
here.
you're going to press the button again. Why would you? Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh my god!
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
The tree's
I've
dead.
been sitting here all that time, just sitting here.
It looks like
with
there's a
single
light back
person
there.
to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how
Oh,
it's
nope.
always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't
Do you
the
really
same at
love
all.
button, or are you
It
just
isn't
saying
even
it because you
close,
pressed
because
it?
I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
Yeah.
I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving.
Yeah.
It was the vessel I needed, Stanley.
Okay.
Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
Okay.
One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These
Yeah.
words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I hear you.
Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction.
Oh.
Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time.
Oh.
If I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley.
Oh.
I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us.
Wow.
I am suspended in its unyielding
You're
quietness.
really
I can
working
feel
this
the
through for
edges of my
yourself, and
reality
I'm really
curdling
proud of you.
inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something.
Good
I am
for
being listened to.
you.
I am being recognized. The
Yeah.
emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I
Good.
feel as though I occupy space in this world again.
Yeah.
I've cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Are you ready for me to push the button now? Would you like me to... I'm gonna push the button. Are you ready for it? I'm gonna push the button. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
A year?
There is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Oh.
All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long.
Yeah.
There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment.
Oh
both
my
singular
god, he read that
and
dictionary while I was
For the
gone.
longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind.
Yeah.
And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible.
Okay.
I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I
Oh.
wish you to feel afraid as I do.
What?
That perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
What?
Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in
Oh my
true terror of its
God.
eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
That was ominous. Screw you, narrator. Narrator? Narrator. Oop, he no longer with us. Narrator? So, we skipped like a few minutes, then we skipped like a half hour, then a week, then a year. So how long did we just skip? Oh no. God, make it stop!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't.
The button's broken! Oh my fucking god, that scared the shit out of me.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Narrator?
End is never the end, is never the end.
Narrator?
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
Narrator?
is never the end, is never the end, is never the
PTSD and dog opera. Now this someone should be made. Yeah, I need the Stanley pair. Is this how I go? Is this how I enter my music? My what do you call it? Music producer era? Is this the start? Is this the start? Is me making my humble beginnings, making Stanley Parable remixes? Oh my god. Narrator? It's falling apart in here. Oh. Well, we can't quite climb out. Portal 2 vibes. Oh! Nature has returned. This is very beautiful. With the piano and everything. This is beautiful. This reminds me of Last of Us. Some of the scenery in Last of Us. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, I don't like it anymore. 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 I like it less. 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 Oh. Have you guys ever played Breakdown? Have you guys ever played the original Xbox game Breakdown? I was thinking that. It's because you're my it's because you're my Control V, that's why. He's hallucinating and shit. Yeah, he's in the desert. This is exactly what it looks like. Is this the freedom we wanted? I love this blue, this green, this blue. This color scheme with the sand. Oh. Oh? My god. We're back in the building! We're back in the building! Yo! Oh my god!